Sure, abuti honestly.
Hello, Amo. As you come up, just laat weer minute kan jullie mee hoor. As you come up, just let me know if you can hear me. Get me word. Connection is slow, but can you all hear me? Can you let me word? Come up, come up. Good to see you, Jenny. Hello, Stephen. Thank you, Julia. Middag, Ingrid. Thank you, Jenny. Guys, this is gonna be a short live, maybe just about 20 minutes. I have to board in a few minutes. Is it very soft? Just let me know. Is it very soft or is it clear? Because otherwise, Hanek Modi earpieces 8 out. All right, so people are saying Alakanwar, so I'll mix Afrikaans, English, I've seen many people, I've ignored it before, but I've seen it's becoming a trend now. I've been hearing it too much. So I thought, let me come today and address it. Stan. At the Getmakom address. There is a notion that hero worship for Gayton Mckenzie. There are this notion that I hero worship Gayton Mckenzie. So I'm coming up to talk about that. Some people has invited me to podcast to come and answer this question. For what? Ek is interested in. I'm not interested. So those of you that have sent me messages inviting me to your platforms to come and talk about this, I praat hier van het. Ek gaan nie op julle platforms kom praat. Van het because if you want to get me on your platforms, let's talk things that will better South Africa, that will bring our nation together, and that will further the cause that I believe in, which is the dream and the vision of the Patriotic Alliance. And anything else that can help people. Money, nonsense. So this, I'm going to settle it today. I'm going to explain me and why I do what I do, and not in defense, because I actually don't care what you think. I don't. But why is it important for me to talk about it? So that people who feel the same way that I do about our leader must not feel bad for one, loving our president, and two, being public about it. Don't be ashamed. Don't let anybody make you feel ashamed. Make sure though that it's true. It's your genuine feeling. It's your genuine emotional disposition. Because people can pick up fake, like you can see as iman, it's fake. So as you do magnet circle, you do not genuinely, because that it is genuine. It's a genuine feeling towards our president. So I'm gonna talk about two things, right? Let's first unpack the woord wat hulle bly gebruik. Hulle sê I hero worship, right? So the concept of hero worship is that you consider someone a hero, and then because you consider that person a hero, you then worship that person. So that statement is partially right in this sense. One, Gayton Mckenzie is my hero. Let's be very clear about that. Gayton Mckenzie is my hero. That's where you are partially correct. Where you are now partially wrong is the insinuation that is my hero no worship is Bamal. I worship the God of my mother, the God who in terms of my faith sent his only begotten son to die on the cross of Calvary for my sins, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Him alone I will worship, and him alone I will fear. I fear not the one who can kill the flesh. I fear only the one who can send my soul to hell. I worship no man. I worship God as the Son Jesus Christ, by himself as God the Spirit, according to his own will as God the Father alone. Let's be very clear about that. Very clear. So I'm unashamed of two things. First, unashamed that die Boesman van Bloemfontein, Gayton Mckenzie, is my hero. Two, I'm unashamed that I believe with all of my heart, and I confess publicly with my mouth, whether on a live, whether in parliament, whether in a plane or in a taxi, I confess with my mouth that Jesus Christ is Lord. Unashamed. I hope you're clear now. We'll never worship Gayton Mckenzie. Gayton Mckenzie is not my God. I don't fear Gayton Mckenzie. I love Gayton Mckenzie. He's my mentor and is like a father on this earth for me. Unashamedly. Right now. Next thing. Why is it that it looks like I'm a slave to Mckenzie? Because everything he says, I say, yes, sir. So everything he directs me to do, I say, yes, sir. Julle sê, pas baie van julle wat sê, ek sê net, yes sir, ja, Ja press because ek is omslaaf en ek wat sê hulle? Ek sing vir my kos. No. See, Gayton Mckenzie is not my provider. God is Jehovah Jireh in my life. And my provider, which is God, has brought Gayton Mckenzie in my life at a time when I needed someone like him in my life. So I know what it is to have nothing and only have a word. I know what it is to walk the streets of my community and talk to a God just because he has shown me something about my community, and people laughs at me as they see me walk up and down praying in the street. Yet I keep the faith because God has shown me what is he going to do, and then he did it. So I know what it is to lose everything and then build up from scratch again. To the God who took me from the desert is the same God who keeps me in the promised land. And so you can bribe me. Ask them who tries. They can't. Because I don't serve mammon. I serve God. The God who walked with me when I walked the streets of Aldo's praying. That's the same God who is right here in this lounge with me. So I don't worship Gayton Mckenzie. I love him. I believe in his dream. I believe in his vision for this nation. Why then does what I do look like slavery? Now for this one, you must have been exposed to church life to understand what I'm about to say to you. You must. Okay, and now I'm talking to you not as Ombiza, I'm talking to you as Ashley Koike, the first Sauls. This one, you must have been slightly, even minimally exposed to church somehow to understand what I'm about to explain to you. I'm going to explain two things and I'm going to close the live. Number one, there is something that the church will teach you called submission. You don't understand. Submission to a vision. See, because the world doesn't understand that principle, they mistake submission for slavery. Now, slavery and submission looks identical. If I have to go theological on you, it's a Jacob and Esau scenario. Identical. And one always comes after the other. You have to be exposed to church somehow to flow with this here. They twin brothers. Submission and slavery. It looks the same. They're identical. So when you hear me say, yes sir, when press gives me a directive or instruction and I execute with military precision, without question, you call that slavery. It's not slavery, it looks the same, but it's submission. And I'll show you what difference between submission and slavery is, even though it looks identical, the difference is slavery, you have no choice. Your freedom of choice is removed from you. You don't have, if your master tells you to do something, you can't choose not to do it. Like those who's in the DA. They are deceived to believe that they've got freedom, but they can't say no. That's enslavement. Liam, my brother, had to leave to truly understand freedom. Ask him. They give you the fallacy of freedom. If we break the word freedom down into two words, it's free and dom. In that system, you have the illusion of being free, but you actually dom. You don't have a choice. That's slavery. Submission, although it looks like slavery, it is not the absence of no choice. It is the presence of choice. Submission is built on the foundation, on the substratum of choice. Ambiza. Gayton is a slave. There's a difference in slavery and submission. Slavery is a genuine choice. Submission, you have a choice. It's a choice. Ek is nie free en dom nie, ek is free en wys. So when you see submission, what it means is, when Press says to me, is that do this, do that, I have a choice. My choice is not removed from me. I'm not manipulated. By choice, I choose to offer my gift, my talents, my resources, my life to this vision and cause. By choice, I lay down my gifts and my talents for the advancement of the God assignment of the Patriotic Alliance, led by our President, His Excellency Gayton Mckenzie. It's by choice. Now, how do you know it's by choice? Because when people offers you things that looks more expedient, that looks more profitable, you say no without a shadow of doubt. Why do you say no? Because you know what you have chosen to submit to. Maar die rede hoekom baie van julle val vir offers wat gemaak word vir julle en gooi hulle net die PA so weg. Weet julle hoekom? Because you are enslaved to a system of selfish ambition. You are enslaved to a system of greed. That's why you don't have contentment. Paul says, I know what it is to have much, I know what it is to have nothing, but I am content. See, contentment is a result of submission. Slavery is nooit content nie. Jy soek net meer en meer en meer en meer en meer, raak nooit genoeg nie. So let's be very clear. I understand the ministry of submission to a visionary. So, it's not slavery. It's submission. And there is a blessing on submission. Come, I show you something. Listen to this statement very carefully. And I've got to go now. But listen to this statement very carefully. Submission will place you on platforms that rebellion can never force you into. Let me repeat it for you. Submission will place you on platforms that rebellion can never force you onto. There's some people that occupies platforms by force through rebellion. But there is a different level of positioning that favor pushes you into, pulls you into, without force. Lastly, then I shut up and I go. And I hope now you can use this as my response. The last thing. Ambisa, don't you have ambition? Yes, I do. I have big ambition. I have great ambition. Big ambition. And in the PA and under the mentorship of Gayton Mckenzie, ambition is not discouraged. As a matter of fact, it tells you to dream big and to work hard and not to be lazy. He tells you that. He says no one's going to give you nothing for free. You're going to have to work for what you want. And there's no excuses when it comes to work, when it comes to praise. Jy sal werk, jou sterre afwerk. Jy sal werk vra verleer, maar is nog eens lang gewerk het al 'n verbles. Jy sal werk. Grond toe. That was bizarre, I'm sorry. So I have ambition. I've got big ambition. I've got big dreams. But here's the difference, and this is the power of submission. My ambition does not override my loyalty. That's the difference. My ambition does not override my loyalty. What does that mean? My ambition is not selfish ambition. Many of you, many of us has ambition, but it overrides our loyalty. And then you make a move prematurely. Why? Because you listen to ambition rather than embracing loyalty. Because loyalty is preparation. Loyalty is commitment to a cause, faithfulness to a cause, and to the conduit of that cause. Loyalty. Patriots, you shall achieve your ambition. But where we're going requires loyalty. Loyalty to the dream. Loyalty to the cause. Loyalty to our leader. You don't want me to speak good of Gayton Mckenzie on my platforms and publicly. You don't want that. So let's just make it simple for you. In the absence of me and others speaking well of Gayton, what will be on social media? Only negative stuff. and only negative stuff that's lies. So that's what you want. What you're really asking for is that we must shut up, that knows the good of our president. We must keep our mouths shut so that you guys can saturate and fill the platforms with lies. Tsek will never happen. We will flood platforms, WhatsApp statuses, Facebook, TikTok. We will flood it with the good things Gayton Mckenzie is doing tot jy opgooi. So roep my wat jy wil. Call me whatever you want. I'm settling this now. My platforms will be used to continue singing the praises of my hero. And there's nothing you can do about it. Salute. Money Baisan. Money Baisan. In English. Gayton Mckenzie is the chosen one. He's the last hope for this country, whether you like it or not. South Africa, trust me when I tell you, I've worked 4 years with Gayton Mckenzie almost every day. When he could see me and not see me, I was watching him every move consistently. You cannot pretend for 4 years, at least with my eyes seeing. God, I've seen a genuine man. I've learned so much and still learning from him. South Africa, we have a national treasure in Gayton Mckenzie. Prison has not messed him up. God used prison to shape him. And the reason why he can't fit into the mold of this establishment is because the way God shaped him, there is no mold that he can fit into. And the reason why he frustrates the system is because he refuses to conform to the mold of the system. But he's differently shaped. Don't be like the Pharisees and the Sadducees who had Jesus stand in front of them and they still said, we're waiting for the Messiah. Gayton Mckenzie is not our Messiah, but he is the one. He's not Jesus, but he is the one called to bring this nation together, whether you like it or not. God chose an ex-con because you can't con an ex-con. Gayton Mckenzie for president. Awe massacre.
Nothing. Sure, I would do ownership.